Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. Today we're going to be going over part 2 of where the NBA's top trade targets will land. If you haven't watched part 1, go ahead and do so. Let's hop right into it. Picking up where we left off, we've got Buddy Hield with the Boston Celtics. Few teams have been as profoundly disappointing as the Boston Celtics in 2021 through 2022. Shout out Atlanta. Their offense is frequently disjointed, an unappealing operation in desperate need of a real floor general and lights out shooting. Buddy Hield handles the latter. He attempts more than 9 3-pointers per game and makes 38% of them. This is a marriage of volume and efficiency that manifests itself in a variety of ways: off the dribble, around screens, in transition, at standstills, and the entire 9. Meanwhile, the Celtics are 22nd in points per possession, 18th in half-court efficiency, and 24th in three-point accuracy. To suggest they'd appreciate Hield's flame-throwing and gravity would be the understatement of the century. It will be difficult to figure out how to get him. According to NBA analyst Mark Stein, there's a rising belief that the Kings desire to sell Hield and Harrison Barnes, but his $23.1 million contract may be prohibitive. As a conceivable framework, Josh Richardson plus Juan Hernangomez expiring term and picks or prospect profiles. It also increases the Celtics' tax bill at a time when they're most likely seeking to decrease cost. Perhaps Boston can widen any deal to include more teams or make several transactions to avoid the tax. Regardless, Hield is worth the price of admission for a team that should be looking to expand its immediate potential without jeopardizing the Jaylen Brown-Jason Tatum tandem. As an aside, if the Celtics can arrange a De'Aaron Fox trade with keeping Brown, they should definitely look into it. Next up, Caris LeVert, Toronto Raptors. Caris LeVert isn't going to be everyone's coveted target. Iffy shooting and availability are coupled by a $18.8 million contract next year and the possibility of funding another deal when he's 29. But he's also shown flashes of attacking brilliance most recently. Since Thanksgiving, LeVert has averaged 19.9 points and 4.6 assists per game while shooting 37% from deep, including 36% on pull-up triples. His off-ball style is uninspiring, but he's smart from the point of attack and consistently applies pressure to establish defenses. Teams looking for a quick fix or immediate offensive boost that won't break the wallet should be interested. The Toronto Raptors have joined the list. They're becoming a more tenacious team as they get healthier. They thrive in transition, take advantage of second chances and broken plays in the half court, and are strengthening their defense. Without a big addition, title contention is out of reach, but they appear to be one spark plug away off the bench from seriously upending the East hierarchy. The Raptors may look at someone like LeVert because of the ease with which OG Anunoby and Fred VanVleet work off the ball. The question is whether or not team president Masai Ujiri will actually do so. He ought to. If the Pacers are serious about switching things up, LeVert's high salary makes him more accessible. Next up, Ben Simmons, Atlanta Hawks. No club appears to be desperate enough to satisfy the Philadelphia 76ers demands for Ben Simmons, and none of these new nothing-to-see-here stories suggest Daryl Morey and company are willing to lessen their demands significantly. There doesn't appear to be a scenario in which a contract can be completed without the involvement of third and fourth parties. The Atlanta Hawks could be an exception. Shams Charania of The Athletic recently placed them into the "hey, maybe it's possible" fray, but they've been cited as Simmons suitors only sparingly. Difficult circumstances necessitate harsh methods. The Hawks are present. They require defensive reinforcements in addition to Clint Capella and DeAndre Jordan. Simmons is one of the league's most versatile defenders, capable of effectively guarding nearly any opposing team's top option. Playing him alongside Trae Young could be a challenge. He requires the ball. That is not insurmountable. When he and Young are on the court without Capella, the Hawks can attempt having him screen, and he's a playmaking engine for Trae-less lineups. Any package must have John Collins as the main attraction. That's not bad as a starting point for Philadelphia. Collins has proven to be offensively versatile. He stretches defenses, sets picks, can pop and dive, catches lobs, and even has some floor game. The Sixers' offense can be built around him and Joel Embiid. Next up, Myles Turner, Portland Trail Blazers. Disentangling Domantas Sabonis and Myles Turner should be a priority for the Pacers at the trade deadline. Finally. It isn't because they aren't able to play together. They're capable, but they can't be optimal together, and it shows, especially when head coach Rick Carlisle relies on one of them, typically Sabonis, in crunch time. Turner is the more likely to be eliminated. His contract expires after next season, he's less important to the offense than Sabonis, and interested teams will generally find it simpler to integrate 3-and-D bigs than on-ball hubs. All of the typical suspects will be linked to the 6'11", shot-inhaling, floor-spacing center. While the Portland Trail Blazers are in desperate need of Turner, their needs are less visible. Most people assume they'll sell as the season draws to a close. However, the front office had intended to bolster the core around Damian Lillard, who is currently out indefinitely following surgery to repair a stomach issue. These techniques do not have to be mutually incompatible. It will take a combination of the Blazers' best players, including Norman Powell, Anthony Simmons, CJ McCollum, Larry Nance Jr., Yusuf Nurkic, Robert Covington, and Nasir Little to join Turner talks. In theory, Portland could offload everything it takes to land him, trade anyone left over who doesn't fit the broader vision, keep this year's lottery-protected selection, and regroup for next year. That may seem ludicrous. It shouldn't happen. The Blazers season is over. But as long as they intend to maintain Dame, they must act as if the next one isn't. Well guys, thank you so much for tuning in. Be sure to smash that like button, subscribe to Top NBA, and ring that notification bell so that you never miss a video. We'll see you guys next time.